What if I told you that your deepest wound might also be the source of your greatest strength? Today, we're diving into the ancient fairy tale of Iron John. And let me tell you, this is a powerful story that's less about once upon a time and way more about the real, kind of gritty process of initiation and of discovering that untamed, powerful self that lies deep inside all of us. So, here's our roadmap. We're going to follow the boy's journey through these 5 distinct stages, from his very first encounter with his own wound to the incredible transformation that follows. Let's get into it. This quote, this right here, is the key that unlocks the entire story. It's suggesting that our most profound wounds, they don't actually come from the outside world. They come from the inside, from our own attempts to free our wild man. And you can think of the wild man as that deep, instinctual, untamed part of our nature that society often tells us to, keep locked in a cage.
Okay, so to really get what's going on here, we have to start with this ancient concept of initiation and its deep, almost inseparable connection to being wounded. You look across cultures, and ancient initiation rituals had 2 crucial elements. First, a boy had to leave the familiar world of his parents, and then he would receive a wound. But this wasn't about punishment, not at all. This physical mark was like a doorway, a way to create a deep psychological connection to the stories and the spirit of his tribe.
I mean, just think about what this meant in practice. For these Aboriginal boys, that empty space in their mouths wasn't just a missing tooth for the rest of their lives. It was a constant, physical reminder of their connection to the creation story, to their Adam. Can you imagine the power in that? Giving up a part of yourself to gain a connection to the whole. But in our modern world, these initiation wounds are often invisible. They're soul wounds. Things like an absent father or a shaming mother, or just never being truly welcomed into the world of adults. These are the internal scars that shape us profoundly, a lot of the time without us even realizing it.
So, let's get back to the story and see how this actually plays out. The boy has escaped with the wild man, and his initiation begins at this mysterious sacred spring.
The wild man leads him to a golden spring, a place that really represents the very essence of soul life, and he gives him one single sacred task. Guard it. Don't let anything fall in. Don't let anything pollute its purity. But here's the thing. The boy has a wounded finger from freeing the wild man, and the pain is so intense that he just involuntarily dips it into the water. And the story is really asking us to see ourselves in this moment, right? To think about the wounds we carry that hurt so much we instinctively just seek relief. And right here, the story reveals its first great secret. The boy fails the task, but in that failure, something absolutely incredible happens. The wounded part of him is transformed. His finger, it turns to solid gold, a symbol of radiance, of divinity, of something eternal.
So the crucial point here is this. The wound is not some mark of shame to be hidden away. It is the very place where your unique gift, your genius, as the Romans called it, is located. The pain literally points the way to your purpose.
The next day, the initiation goes even deeper. The boy fails his task again, but this time, the transformation connects his wound not just to himself, but to the wild, untamed world all around him. He runs his hand through his hair, maybe because of that lingering pain in his finger, and a single hair falls into the sacred spring. He yanks it out, and it too is turned to gold. Another failure, another unexpected, beautiful gift. This golden hair, it represents all the untamed parts of our nature. It's our passion, our connection to the wild, our fierceness, even our capacity for excess. All those powerful energies that civilization often tells us we need to suppress. And the story is saying these things aren't just good, they can be golden. All right, on the final day, the boy's journey moves from the physical to the psychological. It goes from his body to his consciousness itself.
On this day, he's not distracted by his wound. No, he's captivated by his own reflection in the water. And as he leans in, trying to see past his own eyes, his entire head of hair falls into the spring and is transformed into shimmering gold.
What he's experiencing is a moment of profound recognition. I mean, the face looking back, it isn't just him. It's someone else. It's a part of his own soul that he's never met before. A deeper, wiser, more serious being. You could call it his spiritual twin, or a higher self, or an inner guide. And let's be really clear, this is absolutely not the story of Narcissus. Narcissus looked into the water and became trapped by his own ego, his own reflection. But this boy, guided by the wild man, he looks through his reflection and connects with a vast consciousness in nature itself. He breaks free.
So, what does this whole 3-day journey teach us? Well, it offers a totally new path for dealing with the wounds we all carry.
Typically, when we're wounded, we take one of two roads. There's the grandiose road, where we try to climb above the pain, just pretend it isn't there. And then there's the depressed road, where we sink down into the wound and let it become our entire identity. We accept the crown of victimhood.
But the story of Iron John presents a third way. It's the path of initiation. See, it's not about ignoring the wound or becoming the wound. It's about consciously engaging with it, but, and this is crucial, doing so in the presence of a guide. This wild man figure, it could be a mentor, a therapist, a community, or even just a body of wisdom that helps you navigate your own inner world.
So this third path, it involves 3 essential movements. First, you have to go down into the darkness of your own wound. From there, you can ascend and connect with your higher spiritual self. And finally, you expand outward, recognizing your place within the consciousness of the entire natural world.
And when you've made these 3 journeys, your hair turns gold. Now, this doesn't mean your problems are all solved and life is perfect. It means you have successfully integrated your wound with your wild nature and your spirit. You now carry your own light, a light that was forged in darkness.
And that leaves us with this final, really powerful question. The story insists that our greatest gift is hidden right where we are most wounded. So instead of just trying to heal the pain, maybe we should be asking, what genius, what unique gift is my wound trying to offer me?